Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tomilola and this is the Counterculture. Today we're going to be talking about purpose. What is purpose? Why have we made such a big, huge deal about it? That it feels like if you are not doing something, that thing, purpose, you're missing out on something else. So we're going to dive into that quickly today. I've talked about it a bit before on this channel. Please check out that video. But I really wanted to talk about it again because, you know, so many things that I'm still seeing online. And I know that not everybody might get it, but I think it's important for us to keep talking about it. Okay, so what is purpose? According to the dictionary, purpose is the reason why something exists or the reason why we do something. So let's talk about looking at the life of Jesus and how he fulfilled his reason why. And in comparison with religious leaders today, not just religious leaders, but leaders, spiritual leaders, or people that, you know, we might look up to, what they do today that makes it look like, oh, we have to find out one thing. So a religious leader or a leader now, for example, would probably say, oh, God spoke to me to start a church. And then they start a church. They start a church and they preach the gospel. And they preach the gospel, they preach the gospel, preach the gospel, preach the gospel, and the church, right, grows. They have branch here, branch there, branch here, branch there. Oh, Nigeria is enough. They have branch in the US, branch in the UK, branch in this, branch in that, branch in this, flying all over the world. And what happens is that these religious leaders, they keep now, of course now they are so busy, their life is very full, they can't do things the way they were doing it when they started, right? So they're like going from this church in the UK to this church in the US. This is minus the fact that there are external people inviting them to come and preach in their own, you know, worship centers. So they are inviting them with those places, plus their own schedule, plus everything. So what ends up happening is that they keep going and preaching and teaching, and they say they have found their calling, right? And they say, oh, you have to find yours. So what does for me now is that, oh, I'll start thinking, oh, what's that one thing that I need to do that is going to be expressive enough for me to, you know, that they will not start calling me around your walls. Because it's purpose, right? But looking at the life of Jesus, in comparison with the life of Jesus, we see that what did Jesus do? He was born. He, you know, we saw at the age of 12 that he was studying, reading, learning. And we saw that till he was 30, he went with his parents and he was subject to his parents. Now, that would mean that Jesus was doing, or his father was doing most likely, carpentry work. Jesus was doing that. But Jesus understood why he was on the earth. And he knew that, of course, there was a time and a season for when he was supposed to. There will become a fullness of time. There will come that fullness of time that he had to do what he came to the earth to do. So he came to the earth for us. He came to the earth for the world. He came to the earth to be man so that he can die for man. He took 12 people, his close disciples. He taught them. They followed him. He shared his life with them. He basically poured out himself to these 12 people. But he had a crowd of people that followed him per time everywhere. He did the miracle here, he did the miracle there, he did the miracle there. He had people following him, he had people magnifying him, he had people hate him, he had people, yeah. But he always went back to his core. 12 disciples. And he told them everything that his father told him. He told them, he taught them. He told them how to live their life. Sometimes he was talking, there were a crowd of people there, but it felt like he was just focusing on his 12 disciples and talking to those 12. Like most of the things that he was saying, sometimes when he was even talking to the crowd, he was talking in parables, things that they did not understand. But he went back to explain it to his core people. You as a follower of Christ, and at the end of the day, Jesus told his disciples, this core people, he told them to go into the world and basically do the same things he did to them, to others. Baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Teaching them to observe all that I have told you. As a follower of Christ, your focus, right, should not be on, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Or trying to look for that ministry that you have the freedom to express yourself, all that makes you you. You have the freedom to express yourself. It shouldn't be about, oh, I have to find that one thing that I'm doing, because that is not the end goal. You get what I mean? It's not the end goal as a follower of Christ. It might be the end goal for some people, because that's all they want. They want fame, they want money, they want influence. That's what they want. But as a follower of Christ, your reason for doing things, which is your purpose, should not be about all of that. And you can do anything you want with, of course, you're a follower of Christ. You're not going to go and be doing things like that, right? So you can do anything you want. You can literally be a doctor. You can be an engineer. You can be a poet. You can be a writer. You can be a garbage packer. You can be a software engineer. You can be whatever you want to be. Give expression to all the creativeness, creative power that God has put inside of you. But what is most important as a follower of Christ is to know that what runs in your background is discipleship. And that is your purpose. That's your reason why. So even when I'm at my job, when I'm at my business, when I'm at my wherever creative expression you decide to go to, path, anything you call it, career, business, is to know that discipleship runs in the background of that. You are actively seeking for opportunities to preach Christ. You are actively seeking, prayerfully seeking, talking to God every day to show you opportunities to disciple somebody for Jesus. That is the purpose when you are in Christ. It's about discipleship, nothing more. Don't forget, it's all about Christ. It's none of us and all of him. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.